So I'm Mrs. Verdi. This is my second grade classroom, and I primarily teach math here at Cole Valley. This is a wonderful school. It's such a fun community to be a part of, like none other that I've ever experienced. It's very unique, and some of the benefits that you'll find if you come here would just be the amazing family that you'd be joining. Everybody really cares about one another and have each other's backs. Our second grade team, like I said, we have 3 content area teachers, one for reading, writing, and math. And the really cool thing about our model here is that each of us teachers gets to be an expert on our subjects. And in math, we cover math and science. In reading, they would also cover social studies, so a history perspective there, and also a lot of community building. And then with writing, we also would do a grammar program. We work on their penmanship, we work on spelling, lots of different aspects going to writing class as well. A typical day might look like us coming in the morning with our homeroom kids, and we get to just build community with one another, say our pledges, we do a great prayer, we just get to share how our day's going and have that awesome community building time. And then we would go into our math block. And that could be about 70 minutes or so, where we do some whole group learning, and then we just really want to spend time on small group experiences. So different ways where we can break out into learning labs, and I love to make fun, engaging activities where kids get to work together or independently, and there's lots of technology exposure. So we have, I have a Clever Touch I get to use where the kids can touch it and manipulate different math ideas and concepts. We might move into a journal activity where they can writing and explaining their thoughts of how they solved a math problem. So that is something we would do for math. And then we have our snack break or recess break. And then my kids would hop over into different teachers' reading block. And in their reading block, they would do a similar 70-minute experience where we have whole group time, but then again, we really focus on small group experiences. And then my students would have lunch and recess with one another in my classroom, and then they'd hop over to the writing class with their writing teacher. After they would go to writing, they have a specials class. We have computer, we have STEM, we have PE and music, and lots of opportunities for the kids to kind of go out and they branch out and do different experiences. And then they would come back at the end of the day for us. In second grade, we'd end our day with Bible, which is just a really fun time where we get to be with one another and talk with God's Word. And that's what a typical day in second grade would look like. With our model, we can focus on our subject, which just makes it be a really cool experience for us as teachers, but also just making it really fun for every student and meeting every student's needs, because we know that not everybody has the same learning style and not everybody is going to pick up concepts at the same rate, and that's okay because everybody's capable of learning at their own rate. We start our year as a team looking at students' interests, and we love finding out all the things that they are enjoying and what their passions are and what they are dreaming of for their future, and then finding ways that we can incorporate those interests and throughout our year to make fun activities for each child. So we've done things in the past like bring in the Boise Philharmonics. We've had the fire people come over. We have set up some things with the dental industry just to get the kids exposed to that. And we've done things where we've painted rocks and we've hid them out in the parks for anyone who's coming by to find those as well and know that they're from our school, and just to have that positive impact on our community. When kids come to Cole Valley, we want them to feel loved. We want them to feel God's love for them and know how important they are to the world and to us and to Jesus. And that is the biggest win that we can hope for. We also are super impressed and love to see how every student can meet their fullest potential here. And we strive to push kids to challenge themselves and to really just grow in all the academic areas that they can. One of the ways that we strive to push each kid to their individual potential is through our small group model. So with so much time in our day in our content areas, getting to be able to meet with each child through small groups is just an amazing opportunity for us to see where they're growing, what areas they are still struggling in, and anybody who's met the goal for our day or for our unit, we can push further and really challenge them to reach that fullest potential, which is For students who might struggle a little bit, we are equally excited to see how we can meet those gaps that they might have, and through our small group time we just get to focus and work with them on those areas that they need to work on, which is just really awesome that we have that time and that model to be able to challenge them and help them where they need it the most. We also know that as a lot of second graders are growing and their bodies are growing, they become very wiggly and moving people. So one awesome way that second grade has come up with meeting some of those needs for kids who need sensory feedback or just need to move while they are learning and working is through some flexible seating options. So one option we have is our scoop seat, and kids can just sit in here with a clipboard and they can be working on whatever it is, reading or writing or math, and they can do it in a way that might help them best to learn and stay focused. One way in second grade that we have come up with for setting guidelines is through 5 simple rules that we all are consistent with in second grade, and we've made fun little hand gestures and we go over them in our morning meeting time, and this is just a great way to reinforce our expectations for the students so that they know kind of our guidelines for them throughout the day so that themselves and everybody else in the classroom can be successful. So the really cool thing about this experience with our model is that we have lots of different teachers with the same group of kids. So if we notice that Johnny's having a rough day, we can say, hey, did you see that? And would you connect with him? And I've already reinforced this, so we can all be touching base with the students and just keeping in touch with how we can all best help them. In second grade, we have a lot of questions about homework typically, and how that looks in second grade is about 30 minutes a night where you get the chance to just sit with your kid and maybe do 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of writing, and then, or spelling, because that's something we do in second grade, so maybe practicing spelling words, and then 10 minutes of some math work. And sometimes that looks like a game that might come home from me for math, or we have lots of other resources that are getting sent home for you to just partner with your kiddo and get to see their growth and get to see all their hard work and their learning. I also just believe in families being families at home and you enjoying your time with your family, and so it doesn't feel as much like a sit-down homework routine as it does for you to get to work with your kid and see their growth and them to get to proudly show you all that they've been working on. If it's a good fit for them, we would love to get to know them and see how we can help them grow and know about Jesus more, and just come together as a family here at Cole Valley.